Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I am also known as the Enlightened Auntie, and if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them, may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind, and if you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Hey y'all, welcome in. I hope everybody is doing good, feeling good, has had a good night's sleep, depending on when you're watching this, and the time of day it is in your neck of the woods. Hope you have an amazing day and or weekend. Today is Friday for me right now. It's Friday morning. Starting work a little bit earlier than usual because evidently November is going to be just as busy as October was. So I have a lot of stuff going on this weekend, so I'm trying to get a jump on the day so that I can get all this other stuff accomplished before this evening. So let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about. I'm like, first card out, I'm like, oh. Oh. Interesting. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I just heard falling from grace. Falling from grace. There's someone who has absolutely been abusing their position. This is somebody who, oh, I just heard bully into submission. Okay. So we have, because what it feels like somebody who, it's like a false sense of authority. It's like somebody who wants to be in charge, who demands, and that's the word that I heard, demands. They demand a certain level of like respect or whatever. I don't know. It comes across with a lot of arrogance. This person, it feels like they're kind of a bully. But whoever they are, they hold some kind of position, or they hold a position in people's lives where folks would normally, I heard, bend the knee. Okay. But it kind of looks very much like, because I feel like this is you. Because I'm seeing two individuals that are in a similar, it's kind of like the position of the person. I'm trying to communicate this in a way that makes sense. So if this is you, collective, you are someone who comes across as, because it feels like authentic respect versus like bullied respect. So we have one person. Who they come across like a know-it-all. They're, it's very self-righteous, but they lie. And I also feel like the person doesn't really know as much as they claim to know, but they claim to be like some kind of an authority figure. But their abrasive personality, it's almost as if they bully people into submission. They bully folks to like follow along with them. I don't know what it's kind of like they're holding something over someone's head, and I'm not really sure what that is, okay? But you, because it almost feels like somebody who's very boastful. And I'm using a different deck, so there's a whole lot of other nuances. But this person, they come across as like this is the air that they put on. Like, I'm the authority. I know it all. I demand respect, blah, 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 right? But I think that this person, they do things in like a really underhanded kind of way. And where your authority, and I'm just, for lack of a better word, you command a certain air of respect, but you don't do it in a way that requires you to be boastful or bullying. You know what I mean? It's like you have a quiet, introspective knowing. You have a relationship with Source that doesn't require you to be overtly showy. You don't have to do a whole lot of, talking. It's just this presence that you command, and there's something in your energy that is calming to other people's nervous systems, because you come across as very grounded and very nurturing. Like, people are, and even though you may have like this because it feels very, and I'm like, because I kind of, like, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this, because you sometimes might come across as like very cold, like stoic. Maybe you come across kind of stoic in a way. But your relationship with, I want to say your relationship with God, you do the right things. It's like you're very passionate about that aspect of your life. Yeah. I feel like people are more inclined. Okay, so let me talk about this before I go on, because I'm like, I can kind of see where this is going. Because there's a dynamic between you and this other person. Like, I don't know what the connection is between you and this other person, but it kind of looks like maybe if they had other people like following them or listening to them, people are starting to reject them. Like, they're turning their back on this person, and they're feeling a little bit more, like they're kind of watching you, and they're feeling a little bit more inclined to follow your lead versus the person that they've been listening to. Okay? Okay. Because I kind of get like this person, like the other person, they tell like they tell lies. So this almost feels like people falling back a little bit, and they're like paying attention to like what this person is doing or how they're moving. And I don't know. I think people are just kind of like, they're not wanting to follow this person or listen to them. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Oh. Yeah, so whoever this person is, it could be a masculine or a feminine energy, because I do have counterparts out here. That's interesting. This is interesting. Okay. Collective, you've been through a lot. I'm like, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. Wait, hold on. So this could be 3 people against you. Hell, it could be 1 person. It's interesting. I do have an energy out here, and you are, I'm saying, like polar opposites. Opposite here, opposite here. And I think people are rejecting this other person is because what is visible, or what's apparent to people, I don't know, it just kind of gives an energy. Whoever this person is, okay, remember I said there's like there's a difference between you and this other person, because the other person is very showy. And it's funny because I didn't actually have cards out here that specifically say that. I didn't have it at the time when I said it, but I do now. I swear this has been happening a lot. I call it before the cards come out. But the energy of this person, it's like I said, you don't have to do all of that talking. You don't have to do all the showing to prove to the world that you are who you are and you know what you know. This is absolutely like content of your character, like right here. Like what people can actually see is like you're very grounded. You live right. You know what I'm saying? You make good choices. And it's kind of interesting because I'm like very conflicted about this card, because for me this card feels more like you don't really focus on like poverty consciousness or anything like that, because you have faith that whatever you need will be provided for you. Like it's just there, you know. And it's interesting because I feel like whoever this person is that is like the polar opposite of you, this is somebody who they're very much into appearances and how things look. That's why I'm like, you don't need to do all of that talking. And I think people are more inclined to follow you, or to like follow your lead. It's because they've had some kind of ability to like see, like they see your evolution or something in you where you've like, there's so much here. They see or witness some kind of evolution in you, despite, because I do feel like there's an awareness of something that had been unjust against you. You've healed from that, and that's what people can actually see. Folks can see that, you know, especially if you've moved away from somebody. They see that you're not in a space of like, you're not broke down, you're not, you know what I mean, you're not depressed, you've healed. You've healed. They're absolutely, you could be on social media. This could be like your social media presence, people seeing how far you've come, because I'm saying they can see your evolution. And I think people are more inclined to like pay more attention to you, because if they knew you before the healing and now they see you after the healing, like you're a different person. But if they're looking at this other person who's clearly unhinged, I just feel like people feel like they feel the sincerity, I think, in your energy. So they're, like I said, they're more inclined to like follow you or to listen to you, because they see how you live and they know that you tell, like, that you're honest, you tell the truth. And they may also be able to witness that this person appears to be very ungrounded. They could be really ungrounded. And for you, like I said, you may be very independent. You may be very independent. You could potentially be isolated. I'm not necessarily getting that, but I do have an energy of independence. Like you don't have much of a need for anything or anyone else. You just kind of do your own thing. I'm like, you do your own thing and people fuck with it. We like it. And again, like I said, they rock with you because they see your authenticity. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of people out here. I'm like, a lot of people out here. Okay. There's an energy out here of somebody trying to... Oh, I never looked at this card. This card very much looks like moon magic. It's like highly motivated to do something behind the scenes. And what I think is really interesting is it's like somebody wanting to do or attempting to do something behind the scenes without anyone's knowledge. This definitely feels like moon magic, but they did it. They did it, and oh, okay. I'm like, okay, let's rewind. So there's somebody here who may have done something behind the scenes, like in secret. And I feel like what they were doing, it was an attempt to, I don't know, this, and it feels kind of like on their own. Because remember I said up here, it's like if they had other people that were kind of like following them or whatever, there is an energy here of somebody like rejecting that. Like, I don't want to follow you anymore. Like, I've been following you, but I don't want to follow you anymore. Okay? Because the target is you. Collective. Divine feminine, divine masculine, interchangeable. The threat, or the target, I should say, is you. Okay? Now, I have the energy of somebody who, this feels very singular, like one person making a decision, not so much like I know we've talked about in other readings where there's like a group of people working together. And I do have a lot of people out here, but the way that they're kind of all over the board kind of gives me the impression that this person made a decision, like a singular decision on their own to like do this either moon magic, but I feel like what they were attempting to do, the whole point of it was to like leave you heartbroken. But you're not. And maybe they're maybe they're heartbroken because you're not heartbroken. It's a tit for tat kind of energy, because they're coming across like, remember when I said bend a knee? It's almost like they're upset because you won't bend the knee. I don't know who this is. Because in the initial distorted energy that I got, it was a masculine energy. It is a masculine energy. I mean, I do have a distorted feminine down here, but I do have more distorted masculine than feminine. But like I said, it's interchangeable. It could be either. The thing about it is, whatever they've been attempting to do to try to like bring you down emotionally, it's been unsuccessful because you're grounded. Like this you're grounded. And intuitively, that's funny because I'm looking at the images of the cards and this particular deck. What's the name of it? I don't even know if I have the box out. But this particular deck has like the images of the cards and the titles, they're kind of swapped. So like this is the Page of Cups, but we know the Page of Cups, you know, we know that the, just like if we're not even looking at this, we know that this is Temperance, right? But I'm like looking at like this is, they have been unable to affect you. Yeah, even the way the cards are kind of like, even the way the cards are triangulated, you're very grounded. You're rooted in who you are. You are not heartbroken because you have healed. You're very emotionally stable. I remember I've talked about this. It's like there was something in the energy of wanting, I think they've been doing this over and over again. Like this person or people, they don't get tired. Because what they're doing is they're hitting three major aspects. They're trying to hit your emotions, they're trying to hit your mentals, and they're trying to hit your pocket. But all three of those things are kind of connected, because if you're emotional and you're unstable or whatever, then sometimes that prevents you from working, so then that affects your earning capacity, right? So all I see here is this, I just see a bunch of energy of like, you're very rooted. You are grounded. You are emotionally secure. I feel like your life appears to be very abundant, and that could also be part of why this person is really upset, because it's like they're doing all this shit behind your back, trying to create, you know, imbalances and injustice or whatever. But what they still see you doing, they still see you thriving, and you're still really solid, like in terms of like your resources, like you're still in a very solid space. And they're unable, oh, I love this. They've been unable to stop you. And so now I kind of think that this person, or there is someone else, this feels like someone trying to prevent, it's like someone trying to, like purposely trying to prevent you from being financially stable. This is such a weird energy. But literally nothing that they've done or attempted to do is actually working. It's not, because you're solid. Solid. And they can see it, and it's really driving them nuts. Okay, so they've been going behind. Here's the thing. This is goofy behavior, I'm telling you. So they're going out of their way to kind of backstab and betray you, right? In order to like leave you all fucked up. But really what they've done, I kind of feel like in their attempt to betray you, that they have been betrayed. So in their attempt, get out of that window, Lucky. Oh, I'm just going to tear up my blinds. No, I'm not getting up. Sorry, you're just gonna be mad. I'm like, and there ain't nothing, literally there's nothing out there. He's probably barking at a cat. We have a resident cat lady on our street, and she like takes care of all the strays, and it just creates more strays. Lucky! Shh. Hold on. Now you're gonna be mad because when he wants to come back in, I'm not gonna get up. Okay, so this feels kind of like a backfire. It feels like whatever they've done to try to betray you, that inevitably they end up feeling betrayed by, I want to say, whoever this person is. Like, this could be a totally separate person. This could be one person. It could be a few people. But this feels like whatever they've done, like they're attempting to try to betray you or go after you. This person, whoever initially we start out here with this fake ass person, they eventually get betrayed by, I want to say, the same people that they've been working with. They get betrayed by the people that they were working with. And then, interesting, I do have the energy. Okay. Because this kind of feels like this could be viewed as bad news. Yeah, so it's like everything, because even if this is bad news, this would be like bad news in their own heartbreak, because what they're attempting to do or how they're trying to affect you, like that is bad news. That like whatever they were trying to do to you or however they were trying to affect your, your mental and emotional space, bad news is I did this moon magic in an attempt to like break the collective's heart, or maybe reopen a wound that may be something that you've already healed, right? But the bad news is that you're grounded, and whatever they're doing isn't actually affecting you. And if we take it further, if we go up one row in the diagonal, then what this looks like, this very much kind of looks like a return to sender. Like we had to go around in the circle. It kind of looks like a return to sender. So even if this person, because I kind of get the energy that whoever this person is, I feel like they want to communicate with you, but they're so angry. They're angry. They're angry because their hands are tied and they can't affect you. They can't affect you. They can't affect your mental and emotional space. They're trying to hit your pockets. And I'm not even really sure how, but I see where they're trying to do like whatever work that they're doing. Because it's kind of like a domino effect. Like if one area isn't working right, then... Because I usually talk about like how Venus rules love and money, but it's like, the things that we value. We value love and we value money, right? That's why it's ruled by Venus. Anywho, this energy feels very much like somebody who's tried to affect both of those components. The love and the money, but they've also tried to affect your mental state, and every attempt that they've tried, it just isn't working. It literally isn't working. So they're starting to feel a little defeated. They're feeling like their hands are tied. They're pissed. because this person's almost like, I'm throwing my best magic, and it's just not working. It just ain't working because you're stronger than that and you're protected. And it feels kind of crazy because it's like they keep attempting to rattle your cage, but it just isn't happening. I'm like, I can see it in like all these, in every various sector here, like all the ones that are connected to you, like even the way the cards are connecting in every aspect, all the ones in the diagonals, even in the circles. You're grounded. Completely emotionally, like your emotional maturity, like your the skill of observation. And this person kind of feels defeated because it kind of feels like somebody's trying to... There's something about financial recovery. I'm going to tap into that a little bit more. They may be dealing with some type of financial something, and they may have to focus on financial recovery. You may be focusing on financial recovery. Yeah. I said it before I was like, now this actually is even more so about the trying to hit your pockets. I think you've been making... Yes, I love it. Okay. So remember how I said they've been trying to hit your pockets, but I think the boomerang effect is... Because I can see it. Like I can see it. It's like a boomerang. It's like they've tried to affect your pocketbooks, but now they're based on what they chose to go after, how, and the means of how they did it. It's like, I get this bright idea and I'm gonna do this moon magic or whatever, right? I'm gonna convince other people to work with me to do this moon magic. But again, the thing that they're hitting under the moon has something to do with your mental and emotional state. Now, on the flip side, this kind of looks like this person, whatever it is, if they've tried to affect your money, this person may have to start over. They may have to start over. It's because they're losing their own resources and stability. Or there's something, it's like they wanted something funny to happen to your money, but that's not what happened. That's not what's happening. And the reason why I want to say it has a lot to do with you being very grounded and you having faith in God, and knowing that, your needs are always going to be met. Your needs are always going to be provided for. Like, you don't have to go out of your way to do anything extra. You do what you're supposed to do. You mind your business. You follow the rules. And you know that your needs are going to be taken care of. Oh, I love this. So even in their attempt to try to affect your money. Now this oddly looks a lot like theft. But even if it is theft, we know that what comes around goes around. It may not happen in our timing. It happens in divine timing. So they're going to get caught up regardless, because these are the scales being balanced. Okay. Let's do one more row. Yeah, I just got the energy of somebody here who's unhinged because they can't seem to affect you. All the areas that they've been trying to affect, nothing is working. You still appear to be very abundant. You appear to be very happy. Your confidence hasn't wavered. You're still, you're still very solid. Financially, you appear to be solid. Yeah. Like, you still seem to be very, very solid. Yeah. Okay. So, wow. Okay, remember I said up here at the top, I was like, there are very opposite energies. Like, on one hand, like, you appear to be, very stoic, very grounded. You live right, you living in truth or whatever. This person that we've been dealing with, they try to give off the same appearance of being grounded, but they're really rather delusional. They're really rather delusional. This is also, oh, I didn't realize it's the same person. So whoever this person is, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about it. I have someone here. Okay, remember when I said at the very top, I was like, whoever this person is, like, they don't operate with integrity, but this person is a liar. Okay, so they come off as, this is somebody who, like I said, this is somebody that people would generally respect as some type of authority figure, right? Now, the interesting thing about this person, they want people to follow them. Oh. Okay. They want people to follow them, right? But I feel like this person is, and this isn't to say that they don't have any kind of spiritual knowledge or whatever, right? But I believe that the information that this person is working with is kind of antiquated and outdated. So, I don't know, this person could be older. That's subjective. I'm like, this person could be older because it feels really rooted in, like, this is how it's always been done. This is how I've always done it. This is the way that we've, whatever. So they're mad. Oh, they're particularly mad that people aren't really on board with going along with them. So whatever it is that they've been having to carry out, they've had to largely do it, like, on their own. Now, I did say, I was like, this person, and maybe this is this is perception. Because remember I said, I was like, they're kind of like they're a little bit on the Delulu side. Like, you're grounded, you're very grounded, You have a healthy command of your emotions, but you're also really rooted in reality and, like, what the reality is, okay? This person, on the other hand, it's interesting because I kind of feel like whoever this person is, and I'm trying to figure out, like, because I do see there are other people, but I'm trying to figure out, is this you that they want in this position of, they kind of want you. I don't know who this person is, because I'm saying I have distorted feminine and distorted masculine, but I have counterparts out here, so I don't know if these people are like your parents, if it's a couple. I don't know who these people are, and it could literally just be one person. I don't know. But this feels like somebody here who wants you to kind of sacrifice yourself. It's like to sacrifice you, what you want, and your whole life in order to make them comfortable. I don't know, it has something to do with keeping them in a position of perceived power. But in order for them to maintain that position of perceived power, for some reason they need you to play along. Or they need other people to play along. And it feels like the people that have chosen not to play along, they feel betrayed by those people. Oh my God, that's what it is. I'm like, I don't get it. Oh, that's what it is. You know why? You know why they're betrayed? You know why they feel betrayed? Okay. I don't take this how it resonates, because I'm at this point I'm just reading the cards. But this kind of feels like if you have a public platform, because I have like in 3 different places, and say you're giving information or whatever, your truth, they feel betrayed because the people that they were using to triangulate against you are now sopping up, and that's the way I heard it, sopping it up. They are sopping up the information that you're giving. So whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever you're putting out to the world, whatever you are putting out to the world. Yes, I love this. Whatever you're putting out to the world, these people they're soaking it up. And this individual feels betrayed. This person who comes in as this wannabe authority figure, they feel betrayed by the people that they originally had working with them, or the people they originally had like surrounding them, because now those people are no longer listening to them. They're listening to you. They are listening to you. They're listening to you. And so, this person or couple, because I can see that too. So because they're angry at the fact that their attempts to kind of come up against you has totally backfired. Because you know what it also feels? It feels kind of like, if somebody's talking shit about you, and they're steadily talking shit about you, right? They're just whatever. They're just talking. They spend a lot of time doing it too. They're talking shit. Child, they are mad about your life. They're mad about your boundaries. I'm just looking at the way these cards are kind of intersecting with one another. They're mad about your life. They're mad the fact that you have boundaries. And if you're out here speaking your truth, baby, they hate that too. And if you're out here speaking your truth and getting paid for it, they hate that too. There is a question about how you make your money. That's nobody's business. I do see where people, like, if you are, because I kind of feel like this feels like paying a practitioner. This feels like paying a practitioner and waiting for waiting for something to happen. But like I said, everything, I'm like, I just see it repeated in all these various sections and the way the cards are connecting. They just keep coming after you and it just doesn't work. So they're mad. They're mad. They're mad that people are turning away from them. They're mad that people are paying more attention to you. Because it's kind of like, if you talk enough shit about somebody, hopefully, I think it's like the people that they're talking to are like, well, you're doing all this talking about collective. Well, let me, and I don't even have cards of like anybody investigating or looking it into, but I mean, it just seems reasonable. Like, if you're steadily talking about the collective, let me figure out what's so fascinating about the collective that makes you just want to talk about them all the time. Like, you're talking about them all the time. You spend way more time focusing on the collective and trying to bring the collective down, and everything that you've done or attempted to do has been unsuccessful repeatedly. Repeatedly. They keep coming after you and nothing that they're doing is working. Nothing. Nothing. But if they have paid a practitioner, it also feels kind of like they may have gone to somebody. If they went to a practitioner, they may have also gone to a practitioner who didn't really know what they were doing. It's giving novice. This person has just been determined. Oh, yeah, this person's a whole ass liar. I'm telling you, they just wanted to be in control. Whoever this is, they just want to control you. They just want to control your movement or whatever it is that you're communicating. I do have an energy of somebody wanting you to shut the hell up, though. Even if somebody recruited other people to assist them, all they've been doing is lying. All they've been doing is lying. And you probably, I kind of feel like you already are aware of whatever's going on. I do have an energy of people being kind of curious, like, how do you know what you know? They don't understand it. They don't understand what you know, but I feel like on one end they're being strategic in their way of trying to now that's interesting because I heard the word retaliate, but I'm like, retaliate what? You didn't do shit. You definitely have someone wanting to come, somebody that you've spent a lot of time dealing with. I don't know how this person is connected to you. You may have known them for a really long time. I feel like this person wants to come towards you, but I would just caution, just because they're already coming in with a forked tongue. And the crazy thing about it is, they, in their attempt to try to win, all they have managed to accomplish is hurting themselves. Yeah. And I feel like they've worked really hard trying to get other people to walk away from you. They've worked really hard to get other people But like, listen, people can see. Look at that. People can actually see, like I said, the growth and the emotional maturity, how much you know. That, and I feel like what people can actually see in you, they see how passionate you are. They see that you are very much a leader. You lead in a very, like, I'm like, you lead in a kind of a quiet way. I don't know how to describe this. I'm like, in a quiet way is what came out, but that's not really what I wanted to say. There is a quality in your leadership style that attracts people to you. Kind of feels like a warm blanket. And I'm telling you, this person has been working overtime to get people to like walk away from you, to turn away from you. By spreading lies. But like I said, I said it before the cards even came out. But it's like somebody here who talks so much shit, right? This person's talking so much shit to try to get people to like turn away from you. Don't pay attention to the collective. Don't look at them. You don't want to know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So now if you walked away from the situation and you're just like, fuck it, I'm out. People, I feel like they're wanting to return or come back to you because they took it upon themselves to maybe look into you or to find out where did the collective go? Where did the collective go? So this kind of looks like somebody taking it upon themselves to like look into it. Where did the collective go? You're talking all this smack about the collective and I don't really know because I'm only hearing it from you. Let me go look for myself to see what's going on with the collective and what they're seeing. What they're recognizing is that the person that they've been dealing with, on one hand, they can see the comparison difference between you and this other person. They can tell that this other person has just literally been abusing their position and authority in people's lives to bully them into submission. And to bully you into submission. I don't even know who this person is to you. It could be a parental figure, doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. Because these would be normally, for me, they would be like cards of people with significant titles. Mother, father, husband, wife, kind of thing. But it doesn't have to be. Yeah. What they can see, because this is the illumination. This is their lies, but this is the illumination that you know way more than what any of these people thought. And also there's power in your silence. I'm like, I have a couple of group chats that are going on in my text, and I'm like, every time I look over and I see the number, I'm like, I don't know about y'all, like when I see notifications on my phone of like the little, like any notification on my phone, just seeing the little bubble with the numbers on it, I don't know, it does something to my nervous system. So I have to clear them because I cannot stand it. So when I see people and on their phones and it has like, they got like 500 texts that they have not either looked at or responded to, I don't know how y'all do that. And I'm a serial deleter. So like as soon as I'm done talking about something, I'm deleting that shit off my phone. I am not keeping threads of conversations from months ago. Like, I don't, even with my group chats, like when I'm done talking, child, I will delete that bad boy. Get off my phone. Like, get off my phone. It's like, get off my porch. Don't come here. I'm done with you now. Listen. They have been telling lies. I'm just saying, I'm like, now the cards are just kind of regurgitating. They have been telling lies to get people they want. People, okay, now that it gets thicker. This could have something to do with the family dynamic as well. So maybe this is a parental figure. Maybe this is family. This person has been actively telling lies to the rest of your family to have them, like, they've been working on this actively to have people walk away from you. And even in that stance, like, even if folks have walked away from you, like, you're fine. You're still fine. Like, you're oh my God. And they've been trying to hide that. Yeah, they've been trying to hide it, but it's being illuminated. It's being illuminated anyway. The sun in the upright to the sun in the reverse. It's being illuminated anyway that this person doesn't really know nearly as much as they claim to know. And now folks are kind of distraught because it's like they actually followed and listened to this person, like I said, and they ended up being hurt. They ended up hurting themselves. Crazy. So it happened in two different places. So the person that originally, like, we'll call it a ringleader. So we have a ringleader. We have somebody who's been actively spreading lies in order to get people, like, they're really working hard to get people to walk away from you by spreading lies. And that had been the main goal. I'm going to spread lies because I want to be in control. I'm getting this, like, marionette puppeteer kind of energy. Like, I'm going to try to convince all these people to walk away from the collective, right? What I don't want them to see, though, is I don't want them to see how much the collective has grown and evolved, and that they see the quality, the leadership qualities in the collective. I don't want anybody to see that. But the crazy part about it is, the person who initially was telling the lies about you, not only have they hurt themselves, but the people who were also following along with them and listening to their bullshit, those people ended up hurt too. Well, wow. Wow. Okay. I'm kind of glad that I used this deck. So, the people who ended up hurt, they're hurt because they're realizing that the person that they had been following has been lying and creating just a bunch of... This person tells lies, but they tell... 1, 2... This person tells a lot of lies. Okay, they tell a lot of lies, and I feel like the person that they're dealing with, I want to say this person is pretty much a habitual liar, because the people that they all got involved, like, folks are devastated to they're devastated to learn that, like, it's kind of like in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever your relationship dynamic had been with these people previously, it's like they're recognizing. Yeah, because down here it feels like people who are recognizing how they listened to this person, they listened to the lies, and as a result of those lies, everybody ended up hurt on some level. They experienced some kind of pain from listening to this person. And now I feel like what they're recognizing, or what they're kind of seeing on this side, like you made a decision. Yes. If this is family and this is connected to your family, you made a decision to walk away from your family because maybe you were, it's like maybe you were, and even I think even in the decision that you made to walk away from your family, I feel like there was a level of hurt on your part, because obviously it's your family, and so you're not trying to, you don't want to have to do that. But I feel like at the same time, when you were connected to them, you may have been hurting silently. You may have been experiencing some things that you just kind of kept to yourself. You kept them to yourself. Especially if you felt like your family was kind of treating you kind of like different. Right? I also feel like you don't feel regretful for having made that decision. I also kind of feel like I think there are people here connected to your family who are, I want to say there's a sense of regret, because maybe you were trying to, I heard, plant the seeds of unconditional love, right? So you are trying to plant seeds of unconditional love with people. But I'm like, I can clearly see that these people are recognizing now that they never actually showed up for you. They never actually showed up for you. They gave very little, close to nothing. All because the person they were following had been filling all of their heads with lies. Wow. Could be a masculine, could be a feminine, but there's somebody here who's just been filling people's heads with lies. And what people can witness, or what they're seeing, is that you're nothing like what they described you to be. Like, you're nothing of what they said you were. And I don't know, I am gonna clarify I'm gonna use a different deck. But I can see where folks are feeling battered and bruised, and I don't think that it's isolated to just one person. Like, I kind of feel like everybody who's been involved with following this person's lies, every single one of them have ended up wounded in some way. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah, like right now I'm like looking at my text messages, and it has 19 notifications, and I'm like, and I know that they're not really talking about anything in that chat, but just seeing that 19 has got my nerves like on 10. Every time I finish recording and I check my phone stats and everything, and I see that I've received like a whole bunch of emails or whatever, I'm telling you, those, I almost want to turn the notifications off, but I know if I turn the notifications off, I'll never check. And then I'll be blown away when I open up my emails and I see a gajillion emails. That's the reason why I'm so on top of like my comment sections and stuff, because I get those notifications. Because what y'all not gonna do is you're not gonna be in my comments talking crazy to me and thinking you're trying to embarrass me on my platforms. That ain't gonna happen. although many have tried. And I also feel like folks are a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't, I think people are really upset too. I mean, I think they understand, but I think folks are really upset because you now have boundaries in areas that you may not have had in, you didn't have these same boundaries before. So I feel like they're also kind of hurt because, like I said, you were trying to sow seeds of unconditional love with these people, and they were like breadcrumbing you and treating you like shit because of whatever this person had been telling them. And so now that you have boundaries, and the thing is that it doesn't change the fact that you're still loving by nature, and that you're still, you still wear your heart in your sleeve, you're still very, loving and whatnot, but you're just not dealing with them. You're just not dealing with them. You have nothing to give to it, and you're not interested. You're literally not interested. Because this comes across, it's kind of like if you were on the side with my ops and now you're coming in my face trying to like kumbaya with me. Hell no. You chose your side, stay over there. Yeah, it's kind of like and I don't know if you're intuitive, because I have the high priestess out here, and she's in the upright. If you're intuitive, somebody is very threatened by that. They're threatened by your intuition. And they've really been trying to control the way people perceive you because they don't want you. Okay. Remember when I said like maybe you're talking about something, you're talking about, you're speaking your truth about your experiences or something like that. I do remember mentioning something like that earlier. This kind of feels like, remember I said they're sopping up your information. If you're giving information, the folks that were following them initially are sopping it up because they realize that you're more of an authority figure. But I'm telling you, this person has just been trying to spin a narrative to confuse people about who you are. Like they just spin I think it feels very like, it kind of feels kind of overwhelming because I think this person is trying to like get in front of the lie. Something must be unraveling. And I'm just saying that based on the way the story is coming out. Like something must be unraveling because they're working double time to try to keep people from like knowing who you are. But I just see they're spending a lot of time trying to control them. They're trying to control the masses. They want to control how people see you. And then remember I said, after listening to somebody talk so much shit about you, somebody decides to look into it for themselves. Why did the collective move away from this situation? How come the collective is like an island? And I'm telling you, this person it's just like they're looking for every angle to try to attack you, and you're just grounded. Every attempt that they do, I think they want to get you unhinged. They want you to look crazy. They want you to behave unhinged. Because they can go, see, I told you. You know what I'm saying? you're not. Like, you've healed. Like, whatever this situation is, like, you've kind of, I honestly, like, you're out here, but you're not. Like, this is not really, I don't feel like it's a lot about you. It's really more about, like, what's going on over there. But I can definitely see this repetitive attempt to try to defame you. Like, they just want to tear you down. And again, they're devastated that all of their attempts haven't been working, and it's backfiring. And so because these people, like, I think now, remember when I said these people are all paying attention to you, they feel betrayed because the people that they had wrangled around them to go against you are kind of now leaving this person behind. I've been saying karma is a long ass game. It really, really is. Karma never swings back when you think it should. Okay. Okay. So now I have the energy out here. Because remember I said we have the there's something here of like people are talking shit about you or whatever. Wait, hold on. FedEx. So you got somebody out here like spreading rumors or lies about you in order to, knock you off your square or whatever. They were working, I'm telling you, they're working very hard to have people, mainly maybe your family, to walk away from you, right? Now, I have an opportunity that is coming forward or being presented. Remember that the aces are always gifts from the universe. So there's a blessing here. This blessing could be a windfall. It could be a new opportunity. It could be a new something that could provide stability, whatever, right? I have an energy of Lucky's like, let me in. No. I have an energy here of now someone, because the same person that's spreading rumors and lies about you, now all of the people, like I said, all the people that they had working with them have all kind of turned their backs or whatever, because now they're listening to you. Those folks are listening to you now. They're very interested in like what you know, how you know it, right? But now I have someone here, because you have, and I don't know how they know about this, or maybe they're getting tarot readings or whatever. I don't know. They could be. But this kind of feels like an energy of somebody. There's a new opportunity that's coming towards you, and someone who feels entitled to it. So, and I'm saying that they feel entitled to it because they're really trying hard not to have a permanent ending between you and them. Yeah, and I don't know if they know that this is like done and done, but I feel like they're trying very hard for it not to end permanently, because I just see them looking at you as a source of income, honestly. I'm like, I'm not even going to mince words. I honestly feel like the only reason why this person, and there is something directly tied to like your emotional state and your healing and everything, how all of that is connected to your financial gain. Like those things are tied. So it's almost like the more stable you get, the less stable this other person becomes. But I kind of feel like they don't want, it's weird, they don't want this to end permanently, because they know if it ends, if your relationship dynamic ends with them, if you sever ties with them permanently, and I mean, I already kind of see that, but if you sever ties with them permanently, you're done, done, and done, then they don't get to benefit from this new opportunity or windfall that they feel entitled to. Does that make sense? Let's do the last 5. Something that you've worked for in the past. I think I talked about this yesterday. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. So even though they've tried to stop you, they've tried to stop your glow up, baby, it's not going to stop. Okay, we'll just say that. The Empress, the Strength card, and the Six of Wands on the upright, it's not gonna stop. Uh-oh. What happened to the sound? Oh my god, this thing connected to my headphones that are like in my room. I'm like, how did that even happen? Okay, so the Empress, the Strength card, and the Six of Wands. Love these cards at the bottom of the deck because they're not going to be able to stop you. Just saying, okay? But the very last line is something, this opportunity, it's coming from something that you've worked on in the past. It's tied to something it's tied to something that you maybe initiated in the past, or maybe you started and then you stopped, or you started and it didn't give you what you were looking for, and so you maybe put it down. But this opportunity, whatever this is that's coming in for you, I want to say it's here to recover anything that you've lost in the past because of whatever this shit is that's going on in the background. And if this is bad news and this is more strife for them, it's bad news because whatever they've been trying to do to like stop your progress, to block your opportunities, none of it is working. None of it is working. I love that. I'm like, I absolutely love that. None of it's working. All right. Let's get some index cards. What time is it? Okay. All right, we have got Candle Magic. They tried to control you because they had no control over their own lives. There's a loss of money or assets, someone not taking responsibility. They think they know it all. Somebody exhibits abusive patterns. Someone says, I don't know how you do it. Illness is a part of their karma. Someone is throwing rocks and hiding their hands. A baby daddy may be significant. Someone is making strategic moves in silence. Let that be you. You're no longer bound by past mistakes or worries. There could be legal matters or documents involved. Somebody exhibits racist behavior. Somebody could be experiencing travel restrictions. Children may be involved, yours or theirs. Someone has an inflated sense of worth or an inflated ego. Release any burdens that are not yours. A Pisces could be involved. Someone's been trying to affect your third eye chakra. They don't want you to prosper. A Taurus may be involved. Your spirit team is out here. Someone loves gaslighting you to destroy your confidence. Someone's afraid you'll reject them or their offer. Someone's dealing with uncertainty. Someone tells pretty little lies. Someone's afraid of getting caught. Your ex may be involved. Several failed attempts to block you. Someone sabotages your plans when they know them. Someone purposely misled you to keep you confused. Somebody may be experiencing anxiety or wanted you to be experiencing anxiety. You may be unbothered. Somebody's ulterior motives are being revealed. Sagittarius may be involved. There's forgery or falsification of records. There's a positive change in circumstance. You may have a toxic parent or toxic grandparent. Somebody here has been trying to assassinate your character. A group of people is keeping secrets. Your confidence is soaring. You're no longer afraid. Spirit says take a spiritual bath or cleanse your space. Someone's digging into your past to ruin your reputation with slander. The month of October may be significant. Could be dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio. Someone could be experiencing a spiritual awakening. Someone is blaming you for their losses. Archangel Michael is out here protecting you. No harm shall come to you. Alright. Baby daddy, toxic parent or grandparent, your ex, a Pisces, a Taurus, a Libra, a Scorpio, or a Sagittarius. A baby daddy, children. We have soulmate. Going to contact you. A soulmate's going to contact you. It's not over yet. Video chat. Someone may want to video chat with you. Someone's having sex. Business. They will speak up. Someone may be dealing with depression. Someone may be actualizing some success in their life. Someone is thinking of you. Someone needs to go see a doctor. Someone will make it right. 1111 is out here a couple times. The summer may be significant, or summer months. You will be a committed couple. If you have a question, the answer is yes. Speak up. Clarify with they will speak up. Someone returning to speak up. So you can talk about it. 1111 is out here like all over the board. Someone wants to reconnect. Okay. Someone wants to reconnect. They may need to see a doctor. They want to make it right. Quit. Stress and anxiety. Someone has a communication problem. Someone is not having sex, so one of y'all is having sex and one of y'all is not. And we have thinking, consistent, stop reaching out. Take one more card. Travel. Bottom of the deck was spiritual bath. Okay. I have 12, 12, 10, 10, 11, 11. I mean, when I say I got 11, 11 out here, I got it all over the place. 99. 1, 2, 2, 2. 2, 11. Or 1, 12. 9, 1, 1. 7-Eleven. Okay. I have January the 3rd, January the 11th, January the 12th, January the 14th. I have February the 7th, February the 10th, and February the 11th out here twice. I have March the 9th, March 10th, March 11th, March 12th, March 16th. March 10th, 11th, and 12th are out here twice. And March 14th. I have no dates in April. I have May the 8th, May 16th, May 14th, and May 11th. May 11th is out here twice. I have June the 4th, June the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. I have July the 2nd, July the 9th, July 11th is out here twice, July the 16th. I have August the 5th, August the 11th, August the 14th. I have September the 3rd, September the 4th, September the 6th, 7th, September the 9th, September the 10th, September the 11th, September the 12th, September the 16th. I have October the 3rd, October the 4th, October the 9th is out here twice, October the 10th, 11th, and 12th. October the 6th. Okay, November. I have a lot of November dates. November the 1st, November the 2nd, November the 3rd, November the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, November the 10th, November the 11th, November 12th. Got a lot of dates in November. November the 16th. December the 3rd, December the 4th, December the 6th, December the 9th, December the 10th, December the 12th. Alright. Let's do some dice and call it a day. Alright, so the 10th house is out here twice. Oh, 3 times. So something with your reputation. Something with your reputation. Your public image, your career, your ambitions, business reputation, and achievements. Then we have Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn. Jupiter is Sagittarius, Saturn is Capricorn or Aquarius. Mercury is Gemini, Virgo. Then we have Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. Alright. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, give you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Not sure if I'm going to be able to have time to come back and do another reading. Because like now I'm down the wire. I've got a couple of client readings to do. But if I don't come back, I'm going to try to come rolling through here sometime over the weekend, maybe on Sunday. So I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And as my daddy would say, don't take any wooden nickels, all right? I love you guys. Until next time. Take care. Bye.